Hello, good evening, and welcome to Londonderry Old Home Day 2011 planning meeting. We do this every year in order to give you guys an update of how Old Home Day is going. If you see a lot of movement, we're voting on the theme right now, which we announced, which is one of the fourth grade classes at the elementary schools, and I'm sure they're all watching the program tonight because they want to see who's going to get the pizza party or the ice cream party. But to keep the kickoff going and do what we always do, we're here to inform the general public about the event that we hold that is probably the biggest party and the best time in Londonderry. It's 5 days of fun, and let's get the meeting started. You're going to stay on me because our senior person, which is usually Wednesday night, could not make it tonight, and she is Carol Conley, but we just wanted to let you know that senior night is moving forward as always. There'll be the barbecue. Hopefully I'll have some volunteers who want to bake cookies again. Last year we had a wonderful time and we baked all kinds of cookies and goods for the seniors. But how that works is it's a free barbecue for our seniors. We always felt the event needed all the age groups, and we are continuing to incorporate and expand this great town-wide event with its historic purpose. We are like up there. I mean, I think there's only 4 or 5 towns left that have celebrated it from day one in 1899 till now on the 3rd Saturday of August. So we have a big distinction in our community that we've kept the tradition alive. So what's going to happen on Wednesday night will be senior barbecue, and that starts at 5 o'clock, and the food is served at the Lions Hall under the pavilion, and then they move over to the concert, and again the Wyndham Swing Band has been selected for that. And if there is a chance of rain, that will be in the school cafeteria. So, Bob, you had your hand up. I know you're with the Lions. You'll be serving the food. Did you have anything you needed to add?
Not yet.
Okay.
Well, you want to remind about tickets, though?
Yes, you need to have a ticket because we only have limited space for 200 people. So, and it is free, but we ask that you be a Londonderry resident in order to receive that. And usually what we do is hot dogs and hamburgers, potato salad. Help me, Sharon and Mary. And
yes, we have all kinds of good food. We've got hamburgers, hot dogs, potato salad, chips, sodas, water.
And we'll have dessert.
And
this time we won't forget
We
the
won't
ice
forget the dessert.
ice cream.
We'll have cookies.
And we'll have cookies
And we'll
too,
have
because we
cookies,
bake the cookies. We have the cookie baking crew. So it is a really good time, and then the Wyndham Swing Band's always a really nice finish to the evening. And please feel free to come to the Wyndham Swing Band, any age group, families, anyone in town. The concert is open to everyone. It's really the barbecue where the restriction is. So that is it for the Wednesday night. I think that's what, August 17th this year? We're late again because
Except where can they get the tickets?
they can get the tickets from Carol Conley, or they call the Senior Center. And that information is on our website, which is oldhomeday.com, or they just call it, which is OLDHOMEDAY, and if you slip and put an S, it will work there too, .com. But you can call the Senior Center also to get tickets. You can call Town Hall, they'll have information where you can get the tickets as well.
Do you know what time the swing band starts?
6:30. And we've started them earlier because we know it's difficult night driving. So all the events are usually done by 8:30 that evening. Any other questions? Okay, let's move to Kids Night. Kids Night, Tim, take it over.
Kids Night will be pretty much the same as it was last year with a couple little changes. We have 7 performances on stage, pretty much the same ones. We have a lot of people that expressed interest, but not all of them have confirmed. But some of them that based on last year, and most of them will be back this year. Londonderry Drumline will be the initial one after the national anthem. We'll have the House of Samurai. Hopefully Talented Youth and the Star Twirlers will be back again this year. They haven't confirmed yet. The Londonderry Dance Academy has not confirmed. New Hampshire Academy of Dance may fill in if somebody does not make it. American Kempo Academy will be there. And the 2 large acts at the end will be Judy Pankos with the Songs for Children. She was here last year, along with Mad Science. Mad Science did Boom Bang Pop last year. They're going to do the Fire and Ice one this year. It's been a few years since they've done it, and that seems to be the most popular one. And then entertainment-wise, we'll have 7 bounce houses or more if needed. We'll have the roaming railroad again across the street, probably with the big fire truck if it's not out on a call. That fire truck is always on call, so it may or may not be there. It has to be accessible to get out if it needs to. Wildlife encounters will be back this year with a few different animals than they had before. Some are petable, some are not. The Bektash clowns are supposedly going to be there. We'll have characters, Mickey and Minnie Mouse, probably SpongeBob, 1 or 2 other ones. We're hoping that the Manchester Monarchs and the Fisher Cats mascots will be there. They haven't confirmed. They're not sure what's going on that Thursday night. So they're still up in the air. Cabot Cheese is donating cheese again this year. We have not heard back from Stonyfield at this time. Food and beverages, the ice cream truck, Knights of Columbus will be doing popcorn, Lions Club will be doing the hamburgers, hot dogs, sausage like they did last year. They'll all be back. Activities around, there'll be roughly 10 tables of activities, maybe 11. A lot of the school organizations from South School Elementary, North School Elementary, KinderCare, House of Samurai, Learning Stop, Moose Hill Kindergarten. A lot of those, not all of them have confirmed. A lot of them said, yes, we're going to do something. We don't know what we're doing at this time. So some of the activities are still up in the air. The military says they are planning to bring some vehicles. They do not know what vehicles yet. If you remember last year, they planned one set, we changed to another set, and they canceled because they were all deployed. Hopefully, that won't be the case this year. The police department, fire department will have their vehicles and people there. We do have in event of rain, we will be moving it into the senior high school gym. We won't have as many bounce houses, but for the most part, we're hoping we fit everything else in there. That announcement will be made in the afternoon. And hopefully it does not rain for us and we don't have to do that. But if we do have to, a rain day, it will be in the senior high gym. And that is pretty much it.
Question.
Yes,
Your name is
Tim.
Tim, okay. I wasn't sure. I'm Bob Steenson, in case anybody doesn't know me. Have you confirmed with Dan Gaz about the roaming railroad?
Yes.
Okay, because I've called him twice, and I have never gotten a call back from him. Last year, we had talked about him possibly staying over, Thursday night, staying over, and we might do something Saturday in our area.
I did bring that up to him and he was open to that.
Yeah,
I've never talked to him on the phone. I always email back and forth with him.
Oh,
Seems to be the only way of communicating at this time. But
I haven't joined the 21st century yet, so I don't have email.
if you want, I can confirm that for you. When you want him on Saturday, what times?
Well, we want to discuss how we're gonna, the financial arrangements of this thing.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe you and I can get together.
Yes.
That would
because
probably make sense to get offline on something
Right,
like that to
yeah,
we
confirm.
can figure out how he does. He does have a couple different ways he can do it. Whether the price goes up, if you want him to donate back to help raise money, the price goes down if it's a break even. So there's different ways we can do this if you want it, or he can do it. He gave the same opposition, or,
Okay, well, maybe you
Opportunities to us,
and I
too,
can talk about that.
okay.
Thank you.
So Tim, everything looks, and we've changed the hours a little bit on Kids Night.
Yes, good reminder. Kids Night's gonna be from 5:30 to 8 o'clock instead of 8:30.
We figured it would be better to up the hour because by 8:30, that age group, which is what we're catering to, is the younger children, usually is pretty close to getting exhausted at that. But we also changed the time frame because a longtime member who was doing Kids Night is now graduated to the middle school, and she thought it might be nice to do something for the middle school kids. So I'm gonna turn it over to Adriana, who's gonna talk about a new feature that we're putting in for the first time this year, movie night.
Right. As Kathy mentioned earlier tonight, we try to find all the different age groups in the Old Home Day Committee, and we've done a great job of doing an event that's for an entire family. Senior night, we've added Kids Night in 2001. Applestock, we started this is our third year, yeah, right? Well, yep, this is our third year. And so after I saw the vacancy and we needed a high school age opportunity, I said, okay, my child's moved into the middle school age, so there's a piece that's missing in the middle school for that age category as well. So this year, we're launching for the first time the Middle School Movie Mania event, and we've changed the time for Kids Night to help accommodate that. So on Thursday, August 18th at 9 p.m., the middle schoolers will have an opportunity to see a movie that's geared more towards their age group. It'll be on the town common with the rain location of the high school cafeteria. I have community events confirmed to show the movie. The Londonderry Wildcats will be selling snacks, food, and beverages, and the Friends of Music will be selling their glow necklaces. The movie has not yet been selected, but I will say it is going to be a PG-13 movie, and again, because my thought and our thoughts are that we're catering to children that are in the age groups of 12 to 14, which is the middle school age group. We will have this decision made before the last time that we broadcast, and it'll be publicized both in the Old Home Day materials and through the other media outlets. Trying to get a feel for different kids in the school, and I have also the opportunity to take a survey approved of the middle schoolers. So look for an announcement for the movie, but I hope to see a lot of the middle schoolers and younger siblings and older siblings and anybody else that wants to go. Certainly it's an event not just for the middle schoolers, but it's something that I'd like to gear towards that age group. So, any questions?
I'm just wondering how you're gonna do your survey. I'm sorry, excuse me.
Go right ahead, Mary.
I'm just wondering how you're gonna do your survey.
I have selected several movies, and I'm going to ask the kids to pick one of the movies from there. And all of these movies have been used by community events and other town events as
Nice.
well. So
Great.
I kind of looked for ones that I went on family websites, and I tried to see what the reasons were for some of the reasons that made it a PG-13 movie, and so I kind of said, well, that kind of can pass, and that kind of, yeah, maybe not so much. So, but if you take a look at some of the television shows that these kids are watching these days, I've tried to pick something that's a little bit toned down from that, but in that, I don't want to deter kids. I'm not showing, a Disney G movie.
Most of your action ones, like the Transformers and that kind of stuff, that's appropriate for that age
You
group.
will find
And-
a line or two or
Right.
something
Of every
that
movie
in
that's-
every in any Disney G movie.
Right.
This-
Well, most G movies, if you watch them, I mean,
Yeah,
this
and
is
adults
supposed to be
can
a
find
kid,
something
but the
that they
adults
wouldn't
can get
find.
a good humor out of most of your G
Right.
movies, because there's always a good joke put in there for us.
for us to laugh at, and the kids are like, what? And I'm like,
Hey, Deanna, the kids' night starts at 5:30, ends at 8.
yes,
The movie
Yours
night is
begins at 9.
9.
at 9.
The hour in between, is that for settling down
It's
and
for
cleaning up?
cleaning up, and if the guy brings this giant inflatable movie screen, and it takes him about 40 minutes to set it up. So
This gives
Um,
all the
everybody
time
needs
for
to
kids'
break
night
down.
to break down and
Yeah.
move out, and
I
then,
figured that, okay,
then
thank
you,
you.
then,
and
Wildlife
I'm picking
Encounters takes an hour to tear down.
something
and move
that's
out.
around 90 minutes, so they'll still be done by 10:30. So.
Good, thank you.
And so we're hoping that the middle school children show up for this, because we want a good turnout the
And I want to
first
be
year.
able to do it year after year.
Right, so,
So does it cost anything to come?
There, I do have a budget. I'm paying the movie guy.
No, I don't mean the movie guys. Do the kids
Oh.
have to pay anything to come to the movie?
No, it's a free event. Thank you, Mary. It's a free event.
on Mary's question, we are keeping the prices for everything at Kids Night, the same thing we did
Yes,
last year.
nothing's
Which was
changed.
what, $1 for a bounce, or 3 bounces for $2?
It is $1 per bounce or $5 for 6 bounces. Just out of curiosity, since they were asking for it, it's still $2 per ride for the
train.
railroad.
Yeah, what everybody needs to understand is, this is a community event, and we do everything we can to keep it affordable for the community, and we want the community to come and make it a night out, and an inexpensive night out if you have 3 children,
Right.
so.
Aside from the railroad and the bounce houses, nothing else should cost anything. other than
Except for
food
the
and drink.
Lions food.
Right, the food,
Bob, do
drink,
you know
and
what
stuff,
you're
so
charging
are you
again, the
having that?
same thing, or is,
Sorry?
do you know what the prices are for the hamburgers and hot dogs?
Off the top of my head, no, but it's probably $3 or something.
Right, so it's reasonable for
Oh,
you to
yeah,
get a
oh, yeah,
family,
yeah, we
you
know.
know, to feed the family, and the Knights of Columbus does the popcorn, and,
Mm-hmm.
so, yes, we do everything we can to make sure that this is a family event.
Are you having food and drink at movie night?
Yeah, the Londonderry Wildcats will be doing. They'll set up their trailer Thursday night, and leave it there for it'll be the same spot that they get for the
For
Saturday.
Saturday, right.
Tim, have you confirmed the $2? That's what he charged
Yes.
last year, and I didn't know whether he might be going up this year again.
No, he was, if we do $3, he would donate $1 back to Old Home Days, but in order to keep the prices down for the kids, we decided to go with $2 per ride with nothing
Right,
for us.
and he collects all the proceeds, and that's how
Yes.
we keep the price down.
Yeah. And he didn't raise them, even though gas prices went up and stuff, he kept it the same, so.
All right,
Does
unless we
anybody
have any
that
more
wants to see what
commercials
the-
on,
the
commercials,
railroad
oh my
is?
God. Questions, I'm thinking commercials. Questions on kids' night, we can move on to Friday night activities. So, are we all set? Oh, we're doing a commercial. This is a commercial. Would you like to buy a pen or a set of knives? $19.99, right, everything's $19.99 to go to Old Home. Okay, so Friday night arrives. Now, the question of Old Home Day. Is there a police fire softball game or what?
Every year.
I talked to Bobby Jones today. He's all for it, but he always says it's the fire department who's, you know, they don't have enough guys, et cetera, plus the political situation that's around. So I left a message for Mike Roberts of the fire department. I haven't heard back from him yet, but Bobby's gonna call him tomorrow, and by the next time, I assume that we're gonna have one, but. and,
Well, we can wait to the last minute to
Well-
make sure if that's something. I'd like to not have to wait to the last minute, but with those guys, you never know.
Well, I think if we had to bet on it, I would bet that we'd have it, only because of the history of it.
Right.
And the Lions will set up like we did last year.
Well, I guess, why I'm hearing that the fire is hesitant is, aren't they getting a little old and long in the tooth?
That's what I
compared
heard
to those
too.
little-
As an HR guy, I'm having a problem with this conversation.
This is on tape, isn't it?
He's playing for the firefighter.
Yeah, we could put him on the police department to make it fit in.
Kathy, this is on tape, right?
I
mean,
know,
they're fun-
you guys, if my house burns down, please come, I'm sorry, I was only joking.
Just to remind everyone too, I think it's important to determine that, because Tim has a 17-year-old singer who was volunteered to sing the national anthem
Yep.
for that event,
Oh,
so
very nice.
that may inspire the game.
Well, that's good, yeah. We will have,
Maybe we could find cheerleaders. Maybe that'll inspire them to get out.
How do you look at a cheerleader?
we will have, we have the Lions version of Jerry Remy and Don Orsillo. That would be Jerry Galizian and Bob Napolitano. They will broadcast the game, et cetera, et
Well,
cetera.
they did a great job last year, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a great event if you get a chance to go. It starts at,
Well, tonight, last year it started at 6, and I think that we should go with the same thing. Gives
Okay.
people to come, trying to get people to come home from work, et cetera, and be over there.
It starts at 6, it is a riot, you never know what's gonna happen. It's a great chance to get to meet the people that serve your community. The Lions sell food at the event.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
all the proceeds go to Camp Pride.
Correct.
And it is funny. I'll never forget, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago, where the cantaloupe came flying over the pitch?
Oh, that
Yeah.
was Dave Spahn.
Yeah.
The young man behind the
Cameron.
camera over there was the young man who videotaped this last year.
Oh, good.
So
Thank you.
between him and Al, wherever Al is, we hope to do it again.
Good, good. I think that's
Keep
important.
those kids rolling.
Thank you again.
So please turn out for that.
This is always held behind Matthew Thornton,
Thornton,
right?
right, on the Matthew Thornton field behind with the bleachers and everything.
And there's
And
plenty,
then,
plenty of parking there too.
yep, plenty of
That's-
parking,
yeah,
everything.
Don't have to.
Hopefully I won't have to deal with your dumpster problem this year, but we'll get to that when we get to booths.
I'm already arranged for that.
To
So,
have the dumpster problem or to get rid of it?
Oh, no.
so Friday night, when I'm waiting for the fireworks to start and the concert, we'll make sure the dumpster's not in the right place, so the engine doesn't have to go down and pull the dumpster
No.
halfway down the road because they parked it in the wrong spot, behind the bandstand. But that's another story.
I'll be there.
So, the police and fire game is going, and it ends probably, like Bob said, around 7:15.
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
And 7:15 is when the concert starts.
Yeah,
So our FOM, or Friends of Music, for those that don't know what that means, always sponsors that event.
Yeah.
Take it
And
away.
that leads us to the concert. We once again have sold out, that we've confirmed them. They will start playing about 7:15 till 8:45, because fireworks start at 9.
No, they start at 8:45.
Oh, the fireworks do, okay, so do you still want sold out to play?
Yes, they can play.
Okay, all right, and we will be selling refreshments there outside the school. All profits from that go to the Friends of Music. We usually have pizza, popcorn, drinks, candy. Last year we did Sundays, which went over quite well because we had very nice weather. So we may be adding on a couple of other little products like hot dogs, which usually go well, but we're working on our service there. We'll be setting up a little bit earlier on, so people want to come down, claim their space on the lawn, because it does get pretty quiet.
Yeah, and it's
pretty
getting harder to
crowded.
get a space.
It is. So everyone seems to have a great time, and we're going to be selling novelties again that night. We're still working on what's the best thing to sell. We did well last year with some of the slap bracelets, the glow necklaces, some of the other bracelets. Boys are a little bit hard to buy for, so if any boys have ideas for novelty items, we'd
We've
love
got
to
3
hear
behind the
them.
sword.
cameras right now.
We tried to have
Something.
last year, they didn't go over real big, so we want to get something that, might bring the boys into.
And just a quick note, so it's on TV and it's clear, if any of our peddlers are watching this. Professional organizations cannot come in and sell that evening unless they have permission from the town. And the town has the right to refuse or to allow. So if you do not have a signed permit from the town of Londonderry, you will be asked to leave the premises
So
at
there.
any of the events. So go ahead.
Okay, but that's what we have lined up right now. Things are falling into place, and we should be ready to roll the minute that first note is struck.
Great.
Very good.
And then it's fireworks.
And Mary Wing Source is our fireworks
That's
queen.
right.
So give us a roll of the fireworks.
Well, we have a new vendor this year. It's actually an old vendor. We're going to try Atlas, and they were very gracious in their bid this year. They are offering a huge amount of product for not a huge lot of money. So we're very appreciative to Atlas for doing this. And the fireworks will start at 8:45, and it should be about 15-20 minutes of a show. And I'm sure it's going to be enjoyable. And if it rains, if it's weather that we are not allowed to do that, you'll be sold out. We'll be at the inside,
gym.
right?
Yeah, we usually make that call by about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So if we have inclement weather, we'll be in contact with them, and they'll decide what they want to do.
And you
Well,
make
we
the
make
call
the call at noon.
Yeah.
So if we make the call at noon, you can enjoy Atlas in 2012. And hopefully the weather will be great, and we'll see a terrific show. I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
That's the key. There is no rain date on the fireworks. We just push that off till the following year. And the fireworks start at 8:45,
8:45.
and they go as long as our budget allows us to let them go. That's right. Which isn't very long, but we try to do a good job.
I think 15-20 minutes is plenty to be looking like this. So.
And it is. It's always a wonderful evening, and it's growing and growing every year. So I suggest if you're coming, make sure you plan on getting there early to park. Bob, are you going to do any pie eating, bubble gum blowing, or anything?
Sure. Yeah, we'll do a lot of minute-to-win-it type games. So we usually do pie eating, catch a ball on your head kind of things.
Chip won one year.
You did.
Yeah, he was a double winner. Make sure he's back.
Yeah, the pie eating contest.
Yeah, so we usually start the games at 6:30. So if you want to show up early, usually between 6:30 and 7, we'll do some games, and it's open to anybody who wants to play.
Even 50-year-olds?
Sure.
Reed, you could go play.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I think the winner of the bubblegum contest had to be pushing 40.
Oh,
30
she
or 40.
blew a
She
big
was-
one
yeah.
too. It went
So
all
anybody
over.
can win, yeah.
That was a pretty good bubble, that one. So, okay, and I think that covers Friday night. So let's move to Saturday, the big day. And the day usually starts with the road race, and everything is the same for the road race. The prices have gone up very small amounts. If you go to oldhomeday.com, the forms are up there for registration. Again, Larry Martin is working the race, so all the information for calling, forms, registration is available. I know registration can happen on the same day, but it does become a little bit more expensive, and you're not guaranteed all of the T-shirts and prizes and things. But that is always a good thing. Last year, I think some of the track teams were actually running, and they ran in groups and they had T-shirts on. So it's really becoming a really nice little community race, and it's open to anyone and everyone. So I think we're getting probably 200 or 300 runners at least at the race, because it's a big race. It's growing every year. So that is going to happen, and the road race starts at 8. I don't have my sheet in front of me, so I'm
Yeah, I
like
think so.
bad on the times. But please note that Mammoth Road will be closed during that time frame, so there will be detours. And we always put up detour signs all over the place, and that works very well. Detour, so if you're trying to drive through there, there'll be detour signs for you to follow. So after the road race, at 10 o'clock, we are holding the baby contest again. We have, the baby contest is going very well. We have a new young lady, Christina, who's running the baby contest. She had to work, so she couldn't come, but I know the activities and everything is getting set up, good prizes, so we're really looking forward to that. We have the same 5 categories. It is going to be held, the only difference this year is because of the sprinkler system going in at Matthew Thornton. The Matthew Thornton gym is not available. So most of our events that normally would have been held there have been moved to the Londonderry High School cafeteria, which will actually be nice if, Al, I'm talking to you in the control booth, if maybe you guys could find somebody. It'll make a nice venue that a lot of the stuff that we couldn't televise could be taped because of the fact that we have the equipment in the schools, so that'll be a good feature for us. But the baby contest goes on at 10. The form is up at the website. There is one thing that we've changed, and probably that needs to be talked about for all the events. If pictures are taken at any of the events, you have to take at risk that they're going to be used on our website for promotional purposes. So we just want everybody to be aware that when you're involved in any of the events, or you sign up for any of the baby contest or the fair, which is a new feature this year.
Video
that-
too.
Or video, that we will, Londonderry Sings, that we'll be using that for promotional purposes on our website. So I just want to make people aware of that. So after the baby contest and the road race, baby contest, we have a new feature. So Bob, why don't you tell us what that is?
Yep. We're going to be having a Londonderry Town Fair in the Grange. So we're going to go back to the olden days, and it's going to be kind of like a Topsville Fair, Deerfield Fair kind of thing. So it's open to all Londonderry residents, and what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 age groups. It's going to be an 8 to 12, a 13 to 18, and an 18 plus. And there's going to be 6 categories. So there's going to be a cakes category, a cookies category, and a yarn products category. And then we're going to have, for the art, we're going to have oil, acrylic, and watercolor, pencil drawings, and then a photography aspect, which is going to have to be a photograph of a scene in Londonderry. So those are going to be the categories, and then we're going to have judges go around and judge, kind of like at the fairs, and then we'll come up with the first place in all those areas. So if you're interested in anything like that, you can enter one category, you can enter all 6 categories. Doesn't matter. And what you'll have to do is bring your item down between 8 and 10 on Saturday the 20th. And then the judging will happen 10 to 12, and then anybody can stop by from 12 to 3 to see the winners and to sample any of the baked goods.
So Bob, are you gonna have people pre-register for this?
Yes, all of this is pre-registration, so all the registration has to be done by August the 1st. So the registration form is up on the website, so you can look on there. There's different rules for different things, so like cakes, we don't want anything that's got like whipped cream frosting or anything because we don't know how hot it's gonna be, so you gotta gauge your recipes based on kind of the day. So all that kind of stipulations are all in there, so you can take a look at that on the website.
Are you limiting the entrance?
No.
The numbers? No?
That's the first year, so we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know who's gonna
Right.
do what.
Right.
So
But-
we'll
But
see.
you'll know because everybody has to have their entry in by August 1st.
Yeah,
Okay, and how, when?
Yes,
how-
and the
how-
baby
the
contest.
contest.
The baby contest, I forgot, this is very important. You have to pre-register for the baby contest. And we usually cut the baby contest off the week before the event, so. But you must pre-register. We cannot take registrations at the door for the babies.
And you must be a Londonderry
Very
resident.
resident, right. And the same with the fair, right?
Yep.
We're looking for Londonderry residents, so.
And how old's the baby? Is there a baby age group?
Yes, the baby could be born between August, 21st of 2010 and goes up to like August
the
10th
day before,
of
yeah.
2011. So the baby.
So it's a fiscal year, not a
Right, it's
calendar year.
Right.
Is there a cost for either contest?
Yes, it's $10 for the baby.
And the town fair is free.
Thank you.
Yeah, we dropped the prices on the baby, so it's down to 10. Okay. We all set? Now we move to the 10:30 event.
How about the balloon?
Oh, yes, I forgot, Remax is having the balloon again. The tethered rides behind Matthew Thornton, and they'll be from 7:30 till 9:30, weather permitting, so.
Is there a cost for that, Kathy?
Yes, there is a small fee for that, and all the money goes to Londonderry Dollars for Scholars.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice ride if you've never done it. They go up pretty high.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Did you have something, Reed? Okay.
Like,
Now we're gonna get into the craziest event of the day on Saturday, and our brave people over here who have now taken it over.
it's pretty scary. So we got 3 newbies doing the parade this year. So it's either gonna be awesome or it's just they'll be running us out of town.
Because
Take
we
it away.
because we know the parade's gonna be done backwards.
Firefighters come first, right?
But always, because we want them at my house, not hers. I guess we've got the theme results from the parade. Why don't you tell us a little bit how we got the theme together?
Well, we always, for the last, I think it's 6 years now, we've had the theme determined by the 4th grade elementary classes in all the different schools, North, South, and Matthew Thornton. And so to get them is to feel part of the community. So, again, this year, we have a 4th grade class, and what is the theme? Then I gotta look through the envelope.
All right, it's Friends Forever Get Together.
Yay!
Oh, I was the first one. Mrs. Cawley's 4th grade class from South London Elementary School.
I can go home tonight. Good.
So South wins it this year. Yay for South School. So now I gotta email them and find out what they want, if they want a pizza party or an ice cream sundae social.
Cash.
Are you going to notify the winner before you announce it?
No,
It was just announced.
it was just announced.
No,
Of the
on
marshal?
the Grand Marshal.
Oh, on the
Oh,
Green
Grand
Marshal.
Well, that's a
No.
good idea. No?
Yeah,
Should we?
I would.
Did you do it last
You've
year?
been
How did
there
you do it
before.
last
No,
year?
we announced it last year and then made them sit in the car.
Okay, well, see, I think if you live in this town, you're open to being
Yeah.
picked as Grand Marshal.
All right, let's take the Grand Marshal and we'll just drag him.
I'm gonna give it to the head of the committee to make the announcement because I don't want the guy ticked off at me.
He won't be. The winner this year is Bob Lincoln.
Oh, good.
Bob Lincoln is our Grand Marshal. So we'll make sure Bob's there with bells on. If we can get him away from Florida there, his
Oh,
little
no, it's
country
hot.
club.
He's
He'll be
here,
here.
He's
he's
here.
up here.
Except for you guys won't have him now, because he'll be going down the parade laughing. In his Lions uniform, I'm sure.
Well,
Because he'll probably be working that morning,
yeah, he will.
so. Yeah, so Mr. Lincoln's our Grand Marshal. Okay, now it's up to you.
Well,
Take it away.
to continue along with the theme of people who will be riding in convertibles, the Citizen of the Year will be in a convertible, and we have 2 local pageant winners who will be riding in convertibles also. The date of the parade is Saturday, August 20th, and we are requesting that vehicles that'll be staged for the parade meet at the Londonderry Middle School at 8:30 in the morning. Anybody that's marching in the parade will meet at the Londonderry Middle School at 9 o'clock. If there's any group that's gonna be staged at our auxiliary site, the PVD Funeral Home, they'll be notified by the committee in writing to meet there. And also, a very important note about the PVD Funeral Home, they've volunteered their rear parking lot to house porta potties for any of the parade goers who have to use that facility, and thank you very much, Reed, for that information. So we'll have somebody there to help time that.
And women.
The parade time is, hopefully we'll get off on time at 10:30.
No, we always step off at 10:30. If you're not there, you lose.
We'll blow that big siren and get it off on time. The parade will consist of 3 marching sections that will include 1 or more musical groups. They'll have local or regional organizations, there'll be representatives of public safety, and hopefully our New Hampshire National Guard or Reserve units, and other community and regional nonprofit organizations. Londonderry High School's internationally renowned marching band will be in section 1. And the longtime participant Alvaron High School's marching band will be in a follow-on section. Other musical groups will be added to each section as they're identified and commit to this parade. Other groups of note who will be adding to the fun and excitement, the New Hampshire Police Association Drum and Bugle Corps, the Ancient Order of Hibernian Drum and Bugle Corps, the Hot Tamales, who opened, the Hot Tamales are a small jazz group. And if you were watching the home opener for the Red Sox, they were playing right beside the Ted Williams statue on Yawkey Way. So we're very privileged to have them coming. Also, the 1st New Hampshire Regiment will be marching, Catholic Morals Company. We have a commitment from the Monarchs and Fisher Cats mascots, as well as all the local elementary, hopefully middle school and high school mascots. We believe we're going to have the student council in some of our costumes that maybe carry over into the parade that are coming from the youth night, so that could add some excitement as well. Rick has got a commitment from roller derby.
Our roller derby girls are back. So they're all excited. They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun to talk with.
The Becktesh Clowns will be appearing in the parade, as well as many community nonprofits and youth groups. We'll have our elected representatives from appointed position of government, and of course our Londonderry Police and Fire, and hopefully some regional representatives of public safety. We have a commitment from the Public Safety Commission that they're going to have some other exciting public safety vehicles participating this year in the parade. So that'll turn over.
We've been going behind the scenes an awful lot, trying to get as many different people and different acts into the parade as we can. And I would encourage anybody that wants to participate, helping us pull the program together. It's an open free-for-all. We've got a lot of the paid acts kind of locked up, and I'll probably be hitting you up for more budget money later, Kath. And again, we'll get the volunteer stuff out, the other organizations like the Wildcats and other organizations that want to participate in the parade. We'll get that information out probably in the next couple of weeks. If you have anyone that's interested in marching, or you know someone that might be a lot of fun, feel free to contact us. You go on the webpage. Yes, sir.
I just have a question for you.
Sure.
Number one, is the governor going to be here, and how many other politicians, with all due respect, okay?
Who knows, they,
National,
we
well, that's what
invite
I'm
them
saying.
and they
Well,
come.
it's,
We haven't sent a formal letter to the governor, but we have an informal commitment to Kathy that he will be here.
Okay,
Yeah, he attends every year, he really enjoys this parade. It's a hit or miss with the local politicians, where this isn't an election year. You
Well,
know,
that was
they
my-
do try to come, but it is one of those things that if their schedule pulls them someplace else.
Well, that's
But
my-
most of the time they attend, and they are invited, all of them, so.
my point was the national people, they generally try to latch on to something like this.
Well, if they show up, they're gonna pay, so.
All right.
It's all
The
about
other-
money.
It's all about the money, there's your budget for the
I've gotta
parade.
make up some budget money.
The other thing is, I don't know where the sign is. The Londonderry Lions have a banner, and I don't know where that is. So if we find the banner, we'd like to have, I'm gonna broach that to the club this Monday night, that we have somebody from the club
Great.
join. We had it,
Usually you
years.
guys are sponsors, so I know there was a banner in there, but we can check.
We'll
So-
find it.
okay,
And
I'll,
there is a pool of volunteers to carry the banners.
Who is,
We're
who
gonna be
won
going,
that
the
this
one
year?
with the Londonderry Basketball Association from the high
Good.
school.
Okay.
We're actually trying to, change it every year because a lot of the local, organizations are, vying for that because of the way to raise funds. So we've decided every year we're gonna try to give it to a different local organization in the community.
well, if you have a pool, that's fine, because the Londonderry Lions are not getting any younger. Believe me. So we're looking for, a matter of fact, we have a yard sale this coming Saturday, and we have a separate tent for trying to attract new members. So keep that in mind for everybody.
Sure. I think that goes on for all of us. If anyone's interested in volunteering or helping out or join up, that would be great. I know we're gonna need a ton of volunteers the morning of the parade just to get everybody organized in the staging area.
And why do we need a ton of volunteers to stage the organization of the Chaos Parade?
Because there are a lot of people that just like to do what they want down there, and we need someone in
Really?
control
I've
and in
never
charge.
noticed
I know you're
that.
shocked. I'm shocked too. I was really surprised at this.
What did they do
but
wrong,
speaking
Cindy?
of this, I do have a reserved parking space
No.
for my 5, when I bring my 5 little kids to drop them.
No.
Every year, Mary, I get a
No.
parking
Sorry.
space. I drive in there
Not
every
you.
single
No.
year, and
Not happening.
What is,
Can't do it.
no parking,
can
right?
anyone park it?
Got my note right there.
No.
Take it away.
That's $40 a parking ticket.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, I-
Okay.
we have an
Plus you'll be
an
towed.
official note from the committee. Please note, vehicles that are dropping off participants will not be permitted to park at the Londonderry Middle School. This is a firm rule. Drivers may park at any other designated parking spot along the route, and if they have any young children they're dropping off to participate in the parade, be sure to be at St. Peter's Church to pick up their youngster at the conclusion of the parade.
So
Also,
if
you're
I
dumping
can't-
off a bunch of kids, make sure I have an adult there because I haven't got time to babysit.
Really?
I'm a bad
But-
guy.
So if I can't park there with my 5 or 7 kids, I can just drive down around back and drop them off and wait till an adult gets there, correct?
Not with your car,
Why?
because you cannot have a car there.
But I'll only be there for a minute,
Tough
Mary.
luck. Can't do it.
I just want to drop my.
We do this every year.
Not happening.
We'll deal with any contingencies or exigencies that come up on that particular day.
You shouldn't
But
say
I
that.
cannot, I
No,
cannot
but the
leave my
fact of the matter is, we've
children.
got a limited space, we've got a lot of chaos going on there, and I know it's gonna be difficult. I know there are gonna be some parents that are gonna be really, oh, just one more thing, but I gotta tell you,
only my
there's just no
car.
room. I know it's only one car, but I got 19 other people want to do the same thing, not alone politicians last year who will remain
Yeah, you
nameless,
know those
decided to drive
politicians.
the parade route backwards, so.
I
But unfortunately,
think
can't
I think what people fail to understand is that at 8:30 in the morning, there's 18-wheelers showing up, there's groups showing up, and because we never know who's gonna show up for the parade, you guys really don't script it until a couple days beforehand, so when you pull in, you get your check-in number there. It's not given to you prior to that. And I think when we have full capacity down there, there's probably 1,500 people waiting, at least, to
And
take
it's
off.
also a good idea if there's a brownie troop or a Cub Scout troop, if they can carpool, that's very helpful also.
I am going to contact Manchester again for the shuttle.
Okay, good.
And the way the shuttle works is they pick people up at Max Apples. I suggest you park at Max Apples. The parade does end at Max Apples, St. Peter's area. So you can park in St. Peter's and you can park at Max Apples and take the shuttle. But the shuttle stops at 10:15. So if you're not on that last shuttle ride, you're not gonna make it to the 1.5 miles back up the parade route.
And if you're the adult representative for a particular group of youngsters, please get there on time, because I can't tell you how many times the kids start showing up and the adult person is not there to receive them, and that causes a lot of
Yes,
chaos,
yes.
because the parents say, but the so-and-so isn't
And
here
they wanna
yet.
park
So-
And I don't
and
blame
stay there, and they can't
them.
park
And you
there.
can't.
Right.
So plan to be on time if you
I
expect
think
the
also
kids
add
to
some
be
extra
on time.
extra time, because you, as we said before, you've got the road race going on, we've got the whole the thing going on, we've got the fair going on, we've got the all sorts of other stuff going on. So it's difficult to try to make that turn on the Mammoth Road.
And
Well, so you're gonna be
Also-
coming down Otterson.
Right, and also remember that if you have young kids, be at the end of the parade and be there early, because there are a lot of people down there. Everyone dumps into that one section, and these little kids get scared to death because they can't find anyone.
Right. So it's very important.
Thank you. And we were advised by Kathy that parade organizers and volunteers will be wearing distinctive colored shirts.
And I forgot to come up with things, so we'll just do it at our next meeting, but we'll let everybody know that on the website. They can send their, I know, you want tie-dye.
She goes
I'm
tie-dye.
with you.
Tie-dye.
Some other tips and suggestions. Some other tips and suggestions for participants will be make sure everybody has sufficient hydration. It's in August. It's likely to be a warm, humid day, so we don't want to have any marches dropping on us for lack of fluid. So make sure that if you're walking with your group of youngsters, you have ample hydration. If you're an adult and you're marching, make sure you have a water bottle with you. If you encounter any problems along the route, look for any of the parade organizers or public safety officials, and they'll assist you with your particular problem. We will be sending letters out, the committee, to our local and regional nonprofit groups and youth groups within the next couple of days, providing them with this information. And we've received a tremendous amount of cooperation from the Londonderry Police Department Chief Hart, who has introduced me to a number of key state officials who have been more than willing and happy to try to arrange to have other police, fire units participate in this parade to make it an exciting event this year.
Okay.
Well, we get the same thing going. Go
And
ahead.
no
You got
throwing
any more?
candy.
Oh, yeah, I mean, please hand things out because of safety issues, and please have spotters.
What about
On
rain?
all the floats. Anything we miss?
Rain
No,
date.
actually, we have, we're gonna have,
Rain or shine, the parade
Right.
goes off.
you got it, yeah.
Right.
Actually, rain or shine, it goes off, and it goes off at, as you said, 10:30, and it will start with the national anthem. And we do have the music director of St. Jude's Parish, Judy Costigan, that's going to sing that for us.
Oh,
Yes,
that'll be
yes, she
nice.
is. We'll be
That's
so
very
honored
nice.
with that.
It's awesome. And then Karen and Jim Flanders are going to be our color commentary for the parade this year. So
excellent.
we're gonna try to go to husband-wife team.
That'll be fun. All right, we have to pick up the pace, because Al's gonna yell at me if I don't keep in with my hour window. Al, how much time do I have?
10 minutes.
Okay, so we continue to move on Saturday. Reed, quick thing, is your friends at the Historic Society doing everything revolutionary again?
Yes, for many of you who have been there, the Morrison House will be open. That's one. There will be several uniformed gentlemen dressed in the uniform of the Revolution.
Captain Moore will be there shooting the cannon out.
Captain Morrill will be there shooting the camera. cannon off aimed at the town hall. And then there'll also be a blacksmith,
Oh, good.
a weaver. Am I missing somebody? A
No,
blacksmith?
I
Yeah,
The blacksmith and the weaver?
the blacksmith was coming, they just heard.
Good,
Yeah.
and they're gonna camp out and do the same
Yes.
thing?
and
Yeah, yeah.
the soldiers will be there overnight. so
Are we
that-
gonna have a war?
No, we can't find the redcoats yet.
The red coats.
Because they're not coming.
I guess they're not.
Yeah, exactly, we can't find them, so maybe they're scared to come.
And those events go on, most of the day down there at the Morrison
10
House
to
Complex.
3.
10 to 3.
10 to 3,
And those are free as well.
that's correct.
Okay, also on Saturday, we have, the Orchard Christian Fellowship always does their continental breakfast. They'll be doing that again. And, they'll have their baby changing station at the Methodist Church this year, so I know there'll be events. Bob, quick, what's the Lions gonna do?
Well, generally, we have our usual hamburgers, hot dogs, but we also have Tony C's famous sausage sandwiches. We'll also have bounce houses. We will have, the Boy Scouts are gonna set up their rope ladder in the back, corner, so we'll have that. And perhaps we'll have the railroad. We have to work that out.
Right.
We were thinking about having pony rides, but I don't think we can have the pony rides and the railroad at the same time. So I think we're gonna look
We've
at
tried too many
the,
times, pony rides. Given up on those. But, okay, so that sounds like there'll be a lot of events across the street at the
Oh, yeah,
Lions.
yeah, we
I
have-
think the Methodists said that they were going to have the robotics club doing a demonstration again out front in the parking lot, so that'll be there as well over in that area. Bob, Saturday games,
Yep.
same as usual, or anything new?
Yep, we had a good response to moving the games onto the common last year. Got a lot of, not only little kids, but we had a lot of teenagers playing the games and everything. So we're gonna keep those on the common, so it's gonna be noon to 3 o'clock on the common. We're gonna do relay races, pie eating, watermelon eating, sack races. So it's a lot of fun, it's all free, you win prizes, so stop by. At 2:30 to 3:30, we're gonna have the Granite State Zoo. They're gonna have an animal show out by the big pine tree. So we usually get about 100 people watching that, so that's a great show. And then from 3:30 to 4:30 at the Lions Pavilion, we're gonna have free bingo for all ages. So it's 1 card per person. Again, it's free. We had tons of great prizes last year, so show up for that.
Bob,
And we've got a lot of donations have started coming in. We've got cinema tickets, Park Place bowling certificates, Victoria Park mini golf, Six Gun City Vertical Dreams, Mark Lawrence Photography, Salon Tuscany, Darren's Music Store,
So we're
Bear
getting the
Essentials Day
prizes.
Spa, yeah, Breathe Right
We'll have
Cracker
some good
Barrel.
ones.
So we've got a lot of good donations coming in.
Mary, you're up with the second annual event.
That's right. Londonderry Sings will be held again. What I love about Old Home Days is that we are attracting a huge number of people and we're meeting everybody's desires. I mean, they've got the games, they've got bingo, they've got Londonderry Sings. And every single one of these events are populated. So it's not as though we're pulling, somebody from someplace to fill in and taking them away from someplace else. We're meeting some needs that it's exciting to see. So yes, the second annual Londonderry Sings will be held from 1 to 3, and we will be at the high school cafeteria. And so the information's up on the website. We will have, you will be required to pre-register. There is no cost to register, but you will need to upload a YouTube acapella song that is Londonderry appropriate. And you will email mary@oldhomeday.com, I think.
Yeah.
The information is on the website with the link to the YouTube video. And then we will look at that, and 12 wonderful people from 13 to 39, I think was our ages. And we had somebody 39 or 38 and 3/4 last year. She was fabulous. She was great. So I would encourage all age groups to join us. And so I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, and it was great.
Yeah, she's
It had,
Kathy's
and we
done a
had to move
fabulous
it,
job
we
getting-
moved it to a new location because more people wanted to
Right,
attend it.
right.
Yeah, it was very full last year.
Yes, it was.
So it was a great event.
Very excited about it.
So do we have any questions for Saturday that we haven't covered? I think we've hit everything.
Well, the booths.
Well, and Apple Stock and those, but what we're up to, does anybody, have we missed anything?
I just wanted to mention that I've been working with Bob, trying to help get donations for the contests, and if anybody who's watching this program is interested in donating a prize for one of the contests, you can reach me at 212-9006, and my name's Kathleen Wolf. And I have a group of Service Bureau volunteers that are working very hard on trying to get a lot of fabulous prizes. And like Bob said, amazing things have come in, and it's going to be a ball at Old Home Days, and the prizes are really fabulous. So again, if anybody wants to donate, 212-9006. Thank you.
And I just want to say a special thank you to Kathy, because coming forward with the service volunteers has really made a difference. Thank you. I mean, Bob has always done a great job, but, you know, it's nice to have the
Everything can
additional
help,
help.
yes.
Yes.
Well, we thank
Thank
you
you.
too as well, letting us participate. Thank you.
Okay, so next, we're gonna go to our high school, and the student council is again gonna do Apple Stock. So take it away.
All right, for those who don't